smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's back to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
58, right over there.
Garoppolo to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looked It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Soldier Field. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
180! 54! Stay with your man!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Returnable for Sherrills. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. Play action now. Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, it's Cook, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
First down, Minnesota.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Cousins on target to Diggs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Cousins looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. The 20, and now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, credit him with his sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Alert! Quickstone, travel.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, first and 10. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
He's checking.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? The carry here for the big tight end. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams sprint plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down throw for Cousins. It's caught. Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go!
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Yes.
Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Cousins on 1st down. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go, 48. Good route kick.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. He was brought down by Eric Wilson. Third EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Double time. We got three.
The toss play to Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That second down play nets a -4.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, Trubisky sliding out of the pocket. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On the carry, it's Montgomery. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. First and 10 way up at the 37. Throwing now is Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15, and the return will stop right around the 25. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Single.
Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, it's Montgomery. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Montgomery. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
This is caught by Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
36. He's coming. We got double up. Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Here's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
That's fielded in the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 2nd quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the 2nd half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Over.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ran, 61, matchbox, white.
Now it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Caught by Montgomery. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That's what I'm talking about.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They're going to run this with a tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The screen pass here to Cohen. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Check. Lucky.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Get ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check curl, check curl, check curl. Lock in, lock in.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky, escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run. Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
58, come on. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Carr. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Express.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
What you got, huh?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Mike 59. Big express. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
What now? 188. 58 right there.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Check 734.
On 3rd down, Richard. And some room to run now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Down. 280. Check 59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
58 to Mike. Off the street.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Here's Carr. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On third down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Bears' 6th-round pick in 2014, Pat O'Donnell on to punt. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out. Just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game. They're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards now with the season over. Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
We're good. Ready? Out. Right Monday. 29.
Now Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. One, later one. Come get some.
On 2nd and 9, Carr looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
At 58 is a Mike. Go 58. 93. 93.
Shotgun now for Carr. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down.
29. 29.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Prince Amukamara brought him down. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Carr now to throw. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
180. We're good. 180.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
brings up 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 93. 59.
Now Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, check. 59. Now watch one. Hey, Foxtrot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Fighting through. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, 79 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
6-18.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr throwing right, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, it's Jacobs. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Carr now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. To throw is Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. He's back to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's second and goal at the 6-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there in overtime. 57 yards. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
180. 55. Check three. Check 9.
They'll run with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
Check three. Shot! Watch the shot!
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up, because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6:37. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Hey, wahoo! I'm going to run you over. 58, boy. 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I know he ain't got it. 58.
Throwing again. Carr is going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.